Hey, now on the show, I want to take a look at a new French film that is just been released into cinemas here in Australia. It is from director Sylvie O'Hayen, and it is called Haute Couture. Now, this is an interesting film. We've seen a few films recently come out that have been set in the fashion world, and not all of them have hit their mark. In fact, I've found a few of them to be pretty boring if I'm completely honest about it. But this film is okay. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's a great film because it's probably one of those movies that I'll watch once and never go back and revisit. But it's kind of okay if you like French cinema. It centers around a character called Esther, played by Natalie Bay, and she's been working for Dior for a number of years in the sewing section. She's a seams mistress. She manages the team, and she's quite hard on her team. She's got a little bit of a reputation of being quite hard. Therefore, it's been a bit of a surprise for everybody when she recruits Jade, played by Lina Cowdery, to the team. Now, Esther and Jade meet when Jade is part of a plan to steal Esther's handbag. After they meet up, after the theft, Esther takes pity on Jade. In fact, it's quite obvious to see that she sees her almost as a replacement for her own daughter that she doesn't talk to. Now, she upsets the other people at Dior when she offers Jade an opportunity to get out of the projects that she's living in, where she's also trapped with a mentally disabled mother, and offers her a job at Dior. Now, the people working around her at the time think that Esther has gone completely crazy. A lot of them, including Andre, played by Claude Perron, have absolutely no time for Jade. They see her as a projects girl, and they don't want her anywhere near them. Of course, little things happen at the start as well that upsets that. In fact, Andre kind of makes it her mission to make sure that Jade is fired. Now, Esther herself, she is approaching her retirement, and that's scaring her as well, because outside of her work, she has nothing. She has no personal life, she has no relationship with her daughter, and her health is not the best either, so that is starting to really scare her. Now, what I meant when I said this film is just an okay film, it does its job. It tells the story that it's trying to tell, but it doesn't go very deep. In fact, there was times during this film when I wanted to learn more about Jade and her friend Suad, played by Soumay Bokoum, but it doesn't go deep enough. I mean, we do see that Jade and Suad live a hard life, but I would like I said recently with the Kitchen Brigade, I would like to have seen this film delve a little bit deeper and look at the difference in the class systems. I think what this film does really well is it shows that fear that people have when they're nearing retirement, especially for the character of Esther here, where, like I said, her health is not the best. She doesn't really have a life outside of work. So for her, retirement is quite a scary thing. And I think you probably get more out of that storyline than what you will out of the storyline that Jade goes through. It is your basic Cinderella story, basically. Young girl gets out of the opportunity, gets an opportunity to escape the life that she's in, but it's up to her. Jade's got a little bit of a bad personality in this, and that at times gets her in trouble and makes it look like she's going to lose her job at Dior. So yeah, it's an interesting film. I don't think it had the suspense that it needed, though. Not until later on in the movie, with things coming out around Esther. I think that was the only part of it that kind of really made it suspenseful for me. I did enjoy the film, but like I said, it's not a film I'd probably go back and revisit because I don't think it went deep enough into the subject. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5.